I like to do the theme from Dallas when I take a piss. Da, 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 da. This is me urinating. Is that weird for anybody else? I have a terrible problem with my memory, so I have some notes that I need to use. I have a terrible problem with my memory, so I have some notes that I need to use. I have a terrible problem with my memory, so I have some notes that I need to use. You guys think if the Nazis had won the war, we'd be buying discount food at wholesale prices at Holocaustco? Is that too soon? What if when Mary Todd told Honest Abe, I want to go down to Ford's Theater and see Our American Cousin, he said, I want to do that like I want a hole in the head. Is that too soon? That's the appropriate response. Do you guys think the Huns invaded China, or was that the work of a Genghis Khan man? That might be too soon. If the Empire of Rome came to an end in autumn, would that be the fall of the Roman Empire? Still too soon? All right. Okay. I see. You know, you can't say happiness without penis. You have to rearrange some letters, but it's in there, ladies. It's in there. Math and meth are only one letter apart, and too much of either will make you ugly. I'm not an alcoholic, but I am an alcohol advocate. When people say they want to quit drinking, I like to sing, "Don't give up on us, baby." That's David Soul. He was Hutch in Starsky and Hutch. He may have been Starsky, I really don't remember. I'm trying to be more tolerant at work, and by that I mean I'm drinking on the job. Alcoholism is no joke, though. Let's give it up for Amy Winehouse. She's 45 months sober this month. Woo!
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's the right. Oh, Jesus, that's the right response. What do blind people think about when they masturbate? It's just nothing. Did you guys know that the penance for masturbation is 3 Hail Marys, which is exactly how long it takes to jerk off in the church bathroom?
That's great.
If I get an erection on Indian land, is that a resurrection? I had reservations about that joke.
Oh, but boom.
Although, from now on, when I get an erection, I'm going to call it a hot dog stand. It's a trick. Unless it's on Indian land, and it's a red hot dog stand. They say during sex you should think about baseball to get more stamina. But what if you don't know anything about baseball? I'm like, there's a first baseman, a pitcher, a guy. I'm done. I was with a girl for a while who was really into doggy style. And by that I meant she liked to bury my dick in the backyard and just forget about it. I dated this one girl, and it turned out that she was a bulimic gangster. I had my concerns about her, I couldn't prove it, and then one night I caught her throwing up gang signs.
Oh, God.
Yep. Fuck you. Some of my real dude bro friends, they're like, oh man, that girl wouldn't swallow. And I never really understood that. Like, why get upset at that? I mean, you're still getting the blowjob. Why get upset if she won't swallow? I think it goes back to the kid that never got anything hung on the refrigerator. Like, what do you mean you don't like it? I made it for you. Is meaningless sex at work business casual? All right, we're going to go in a different direction. Things are going so well.
A new direction.
Do you think the people that did the crucifying way back in the day were transvestites? Because their job description was literally cross-dresser. It's got to be really hard to be a NASCAR fan, to love racing and yet hate all other races. That has to be a pain in the ass. You think Lego people are Chinese? Because they're yellow? Yeah, that's right. I have a problem taking a piss. It can be really touch and go. The other day I told my friend I was constipated, and he asked, "No shit." I said, "Exactly." The other day my 87-year-old grandmother used the term shart. I said, "Grandma, do you know what a shart is?" She said, "That's when you gamble in your gutchies and you lose." If only we could teach hobos to eat other hobos, we'd have a problem that would solve itself. I want to start a comic book shop, but all I sell are titles that relate to female heroes. And when people ask me what I do for a living, I can say, heroin dealer.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. This morning I was telling someone, you know, the rear wheel of my bicycle has it squeaks. And I said, I have to lubricate my axle. And then we both laughed because of how it sounds when you say out loud, I have to lubricate my axle. And I did a bunch of unicycle tricks. I like to pop wheelies on it, which meant I was just carrying my unicycle around for a week. You know how sometimes as a dude, like, you have a friend and he's a little portly, he's a bigger guy. You're like, Big Steve, Big Chuck, what's up? I want to try that with chicks. I'm going to be like, Big Amy, what's happening? Me getting punched in the throat by Amy, that's what's happening. I think wearing yoga pants in public is to fail. But I've met some women where I want to say, girl, you're too big to fail. I think the teaser trailer might be the most exciting and frustrating part of a redneck relationship. Anymore? When you're depressed and single, your friends say, hey man, there's plenty of fish in the sea. But when you're depressed and single and you fish, all your friends are like, blah, 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 blah. I hate when people say assless chaps.
Why?
All chaps are assless. If they have an ass, they're just fucking pants. I really want to rescue animals. That's a cause that's really near and dear to me, but I always show up late. So now I just have a pile of dead animals. A condom is just a dream catcher to people that dream of having children. I have this little nephew, and he said, Uncle Rocky, I'm going to summer camp. I said, that's awesome. How long are you going to be there? He said, well, I come home every day. And I took offense to that, because when I was a kid, summer camp meant that you slept over. Unless there's a clear and present danger of a stranger sticking his finger up your ass, it's not summer camp. A lot of dudes I know, they settle down with a girl just like their mom, and that's cool. Like, you know, they harp on them, they play passive-aggressive games, all right. But I want a girl like my dad. She just gets drunk, she forgets about Christmas, she hits me, she tells me I'm a failure and probably gay. That would be awesome. I see a lot of burly dudes wear camo all the time. And I think if you wear camouflage and you're not in the woods, the only thing that you're hiding from is the fact that you're probably gay. Do gay midgets come out of the cupboard? Because it's small. Aww. My parents caught me doing drugs once. I'm really fucking glad they did, because I took a bunch of peyote and I jumped off the garage roof, and they're like, I gotcha! My sister has a sticker on the back of her car that says 13.1. That means she ran a half marathon because she's a quitter. Did you guys know that April is Rape Awareness Month? I think that's really important. I mean, seriously, like, rape is a terrible thing. I hate the fact that it's April. Like, no means November sounds so much better.
April.
April's good, like, April Fools! Both of my grandfathers and all my pets are living on a farm upstate, according to my mom. It must be a pretty huge farm, and boring, because they're all dead. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a 28-day menstrual cycle ain't one. Yeah, girl problems, like, yeah, all right. Whatever. So I'm going to tell you guys the first joke that I remember. This is a joke my grandmother told me, and she's a sweet old lady. Like I said before, she's 87, and she says shart. So this is the first joke she ever told me. What do you call a man with no arms and no legs in the ocean? Anyone?
Bob.
No, fucked. Yeah, thanks, Grandma. That's my time. I'm Rocky Turbeaux. Have a good night.
Great. Oh my God.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rocky Turbeaux. We have one more comment coming up before.